토요일날 5시, 오후 5시가 막 지났습니다. 오늘은 저쪽 웅길산 쪽에서 양봉을 하신다는 분을 우리 그 도자기 명인의 소개로 오늘 만나자고 그래서 만나서 참 대단한 꿈을 가진 사람 오늘 내가 만나서 점심을 먹고 왔는데, 참 사람마다 꿈이 참 대단한 것 같습니다. 뵙겠습니다. Equity valuation for analysts and investors, a unique stock valuation tool for financial statement analysis and model building. Our first task on the stock value worksheet is to build the second of our valuation methodologies based on discounted free cash flow analysis. Mr. James said he was outraged about the lack of justice for the atrocities committed on the island and about the lack of response from the British government since history is full of women without children, not having children, and of course there are those who already live in an garrison state of assault. As a result, choosing a plan is so confusing that to date only a minority of eligible borrowers take advantage of them. Cash in flesh. The hike was 3 days ago, Francie. How Starbucks saved my life. Not until after midnight. The next 100 million, America in 2050. The mashup creators themselves are increasingly diverse. The art of polymer clay, creative surface at the apex. The standard box up and bake for 10 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit to cure the box at the top. Democrats suggested that the former president was projecting again. Reinvention, turn around your obedience, transform your career. The challenge is making sure that we do it within the guardrails of the Starbucks brand. The BOK forecasted the current account surplus in 2024 would expand to $94 billion, aided by a recovery in exports. Diverging trends. Current account surplus for 8th month in contrast with tepid domestic demand. Tepid. We covered a lot of ground together in 2023. In October, I wrote a column headlined "In Argentina, the US dollar could soon become king," reporting to the plan of the country's leading presidential candidate, Jay, to dollarize the Argentine economy. What Yoon's speech missed: time to assess if nation learned from past. If Seoul-Tokyo ties are held back again due to disputed over historical issue, that will do a disservice to their trilateral partnership with the U.S. Disservice. Ultimate Guide to Google: How to access 100 million people in 10 minutes. He doesn't even know what the product is yet, but his inside are already saying, "I want it," or "check out this other puppy." Hosted the smallest member of the coalition, there is a sense that the embrace of Maori language and culture has gone too far. Grit, the power of passion and perseverance. I used to use the word complacency to describe the ones who didn't work out, but the more I reflected on it, the more I realized that's not quite it. That's not quite it. 100 ways to motivate others. Well said, chap. What should I do? Become someone I'm not? Get a personality transplant? Get some good drugs that keep me focused? Your best life now begins each morning. A victor's mentality. Don't let the season of mourning turn into a lifestyle of mourning, living a sour and negative life, going around with a chip on your shoulder. Shoe dog. I put a hand over my eyes. The grieving child, a parent's guide. This would allow you to enter her into therapy and work on the depression early. How to get control of your time and your life. Discover how to send your priorities manage your life, and achieve your goals. Yeah, Mr. Blue found that although he could not extinguish his fear, he was able to contain it, at least for the moment. What's the fastest way to learn a language? Act like the baby. It is impossible for anyone to learn that which he thinks he already knows. Win. The key principles to take your business from ordinary to extraordinary. The business leaders that I really respect are people who are able to continue to do what they do in changing environments and for many years. The attractor, the factor. In my case, I caught a bug, and that bug was named betrayal. Acing the interview. Any question about a person's native language or accent? Your best life now. Allow God's word to refresh you and to reshape your thinking, speaking, and daily activities. 1 Peter chapter 4. Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal among you, which comes upon you for your testing, as though some strange thing were happening to you. If you will do that, God will give you joy for your mourning. 2 days prayer for your best life now. I know the ashes signify that which has been destroyed in my life, Father, but beginning this moment, I believe you can bring new fire into my life. The one thing, the surprising simple truth behind extraordinary results. Efficiency is doing the thing right. Effectiveness is doing the right thing. Rejection proof. Chapter 10, Finding Meaning. It's about being willing to endure rejection because there is a profound reason for doing so. It is about being willing to endure rejection because there is a profound reason for doing so. National Museum of Natural History. You can also see an altar object from Brazil that reflects the meeting of Congo people and the American Indians. Dog does not eat the dog. Dog does not eat the dog. 101 American English proverb. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Elderly people can change their behavior or learn anything new. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Saying the popular sayings, an effective aid for vocabulary development. Hit the rock bottom to reach the lowest level possible. Live with no time out. accepting an offer. Yes, I think we could probably live with that. Live with that. Stick inflation. Consumer inflation back above 3% with few effective tools to tame prices. Sticky inflation. Consumer inflation back above 3% with few effective tools to tame prices. Conditions for dealing with baby bust. Baby bust. South Korea's low fertility rate made the news again recently after government report predicted that the rate would fall to a new low of 0.72 children per woman in 2023. Conditions for dealing with baby bust. Balancing boundaries and support. I have been dating my boyfriend for 4 years and am very lucky to call him mine. Push for one you want, and refuse to let anyone disrupt your plans. On Tuesday, Family Dollar pleaded guilty in federal court in Little Rock, Arkansas, to one misdemeanor count of holding product in unsanitary condition, causing them to become adulterated. Lord, help me making peace with the presidential rematch. As 50 voted for President Biden in the Super Tuesday presidential primary this week in Austin, Texas, but she wished there had been other choices. Daily Book of Positive Quotation, Finding God. The search for God is like riding around on an ox, hunting for the ox. Today I will think about what is important in my life. Wake up to hope. Father, I praise your holy name. Today I open my heart and mind to the great things you have in store for my future. I choose to be faithful. I choose to prepare. I won't look to the left or to the right, but I will keep my eyes on you, Jesus. Thank you for opening the right doors for me and taking me further than I can imagine. In Jesus' name, amen. Make room for something greater. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many are called, but few chosen. Matthew chapter 20. 9 things successful do differently. You might expect very successful people who presumably have boatloads of willpower to be particularly good at not giving in. While she wants to give our kids tools to deal with conflict, without having no get directly involved ourselves. That doesn't mean we should leave them to fend to fend for themselves in a bullying situation. Intelligence, a creative response to now. Life is always a surprise. It is always new. Success 101. Am I striving to keep learning? Am I striving to keep learning? The day you stop growing is the beginning of the end of your success. From stress to success in just 31 days. In a systemized workspace, those who claim that clutter works best for them are likely to find themselves to be twice, three times, or even 100 times more productive than they are now, if they ever have an opportunity to experience this over any period of time. The Code of Extraordinary Mind. This book will make you question everything you thought you knew about your life, your intellectual life. What do you need? What do you need to learn? What do you need to learn in order to have the experiences you listed above? Middle school, the inside story. Middle school also opens up other new passion possibilities, like the piercings. The art of doing. How superachievers do what they do and how they do it so well. How to open a great restaurant. I would never thought that. I think women want a lot of different kinds of sex. The 80 to 20 individual, how to accomplish more by doing less. The 9 essentials of 80 to 20 success at work. 80 to 20 individuals can learn a lot from a cuckoo. Plymouth Gene, how to be a cuckoo. Cuckoos cannot be bothered to raise their young. Instead, they deposit cuckoo eggs in the nest of other species of birds. These unsuspecting parents feed and protect the baby cuckoos, who reward this generosity by kicking their siblings out of the nest or by eating them. Life coaching for dummies. Develop your career and reach your financial goals. Taking care of your mental and emotional well-being. Coaching forms a great foundation for improving your emotional well-being because you are constantly questioning unhelpful thought patterns and behaviors, as well as setting yourself challenging goals that help you to stay motivated and fulfilled in your life. a world that without the work. Today, the names of a corporation that did not survive: Armstrong Rubber, Hines Lumber, Regal Textile, and the like, are unrecognizable, indistinguishable from the sort of fictional companies that will fill the pages of novels. Dating for dummies, a reference for the rest of us. Go out and have a good time. Rape about sex is about power. Rape is anything after the word no, anything. Influencer, the power to change anything. When you reward the performance, you typically know that the reward will help propel behavior in the desired direction. But with the punishment, you don't know what you are going to get. You might gain compliance, but only over the short term. Then again, the person in question may actually push back or purposely rebel. And that's a good chance that this person is not going to appreciate you for what you've done, thereby putting your relationship at risk. The new brand of you, your new image makes the sale for you. He closely associate with someone. He closely associate with someone whose business practices go against everything I believe in, while he himself has never done anything that makes me distrust him. I can never fully trust someone who readily associated with a person I don't trust at all. Thank you, Pablo, making the science of gratitude work for you. Emma had tried to let those who came to see her know what their gift of time meant to her. Don't pray when it rains if you don't pray when the sun shines. The new climate of the war. It's not the last time we'll hear it. I will teach you to be the rich. Once it's set up, this system is so hand-job that if you got eaten alive by a Komodo dragon, your money system would continue transferring money from account to account by default, a ghost-like reminder of your financial presence, haunting but cool. Hands up. Regretting reconciliation. My marriage is mediocre at best. My marriage is mediocre at best. My husband is a constant complainer. if it's not about our son, who he didn't help raise, or the constant bother of the grandkids. It's the guys at work or the state of the nation, regretting reconciliation. Export hold the key. Uh, the export hold the key to bolting out of the low growth, to bolting out of the low growth. Having an analytics conference as the backdrop for these rules seemed oddly appropriate. It hasn't been received well outside Singapore. Mystery within the mystery herb. On a recent afternoon, some contained only wood chips. Focus inward, and on self-improvement, and make the moderation a priority. My daughter Sandy and husband Steve have twin girls. An innocent little girl plucks petals of a daisy, and she count 1, 2, 3. The fallout of dirty politics, health conscious, eating healthy. As for drinks, I try to stay away from sugary drinks. Consulting for dummies. Get the latest on taxes, marketing, and the reporter. Research. Using internet search engines such as Google and Yahoo, you can find a lot of information about prospective clients, information that can provide you with insight into their challenges and opportunities, and help guide the development of your proposal. How to write it, a complete guide to everything you'll ever write. Thank you for your purchase order for our model XG computer system. The Happy Book. Taking classes is fun. Successful time management. Achieve a satisfying work-life balance. The best follow-up strategy is the one that's agreed upon and scheduled by both or all meeting participants. Portfolio is 90% liquid in 10 days. Content-based instruction in foreign language education. There are 32 students in the class at intermediate level target language proficiency. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircle the whole world. The psychology of money. Timeless lesson on wealth, greed, and the happiness. You can save just for saving's sake. Ritual for virtual meeting. In one such study, Jay and his colleague Kay found that when people are experiencing a ritual, they are less able to predict what is going to happen or coast on autopilot. The power of habit. Why we do what we do in life and business. It's unclear if problem gamblers' brains are different because they are born the way or if sustained exposure to slot machine, online poker, and casinos can change how the brain functions. The habits were unique to each other person. The high five habit. The high five habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. And without skipping a beat, she said the most life coaching thing I've ever heard. You don't need a piece of paper to prove that you are qualified, Mel. You are just scared. I could feel my anxiety rising as she said it. Small business, big vision. Lessons on how to dominate your market from self-made entrepreneurs. Remember SALT. Although social media marketing can bring results, the results you see won't be in the form of paying customers unless you work both ends of the social media channel. Managing online forums. So forget that option in this case because it isn't one. Not your parents' money book. Bank A is an online bank paying a 1.5% interest rate. Trying several different ideas, I settled on selling packages. Following the path, enough shovels of earth, a mountain, enough pails of water, a river. Why does it do that? Partner abuse, however, use dishonesty and manipulation for the additional purpose of gaining power and control over their partners, which is a separate dynamic. The essentials. By contrast, Dr. C's success in developing a state state-of-the-art network for Washington Hospital Center and its parent, Medistar Health, was a testimony to investment in the human dimension. So the lessons for life. The experts make an important distinction in this lesson. life matters, creating a dynamic balance of work, family, time, and money. The service we render to others is really the rent we pay for a room on this earth. Doing work you love, discovering your purpose and realizing your dreams. Help your kids and friends ride the horse in the direction it's going. The inner game of work, focus, learning, pleasure, and mobility in the workplace. Ironically, change itself can become a sacred cow, balancing work and life. This reward remix is both challenging and liberating for talented managers. Competence. How winning streaks and losing streaks begin and the end. He gave them a speech saying that we are going to do this, everybody's going to fall in line, and if you don't want to do it, don't be part of the company. Don't be part of the company. When omakase meets the Korean beef, omakase became widely known in Korea after Korea and Japan implemented visa-free entry in 2006. Omakase evolved into a Korean style, and Hanwoo omakase emerged. Glossary, glossary of geographical terms. Defining regions. Quebec. Quebec is located in eastern Canada and is the nation with a French-speaking population. Little Black Book of Success. Laws of leadership for black women. Brand yourself and be your brand. The Pixar touch, the making of a company. Was looking for investors to take the company off his hands as late as the year before the film's release. Miracle Morning. Many highly successful individuals, including celebrities, have advocated the use of visualization, claiming that it's played a significant role in their success. On managing people, posting a photo of him and his best customer in the office. Unless disciplined, a dog becomes a household pest.